31. Natural ecosystems. A natural ecosystem is an assemblage of plants and animals which functions as a unit and is capable of maintaining its identity, such as forest, grassland, and estuary. Human intervention is an example of a natural ecosystem. A natural ecosystem is totally dependent on solar energy. There are two main categories of ecosystems. 1. Terrestrial ecosystem. 2. Aquatic ecosystem. 1. Terrestrial ecosystem. Ecosystems found on land, for example forest, grasslands, deserts, tundra. 2. Aquatic ecosystem. Plants and animal community found in water bodies. These can be further classified into two subgroups. A freshwater ecosystems, such as rivers, lakes and ponds. B. Marine ecosystems, such as oceans, estuary. Terrestrial ecosystems. Terrestrial ecosystems are A. Forests. B. Grasslands. C. Desert sand. D. Tundra. A. Forests. Forests are large areas supporting rich growth of trees. Depending on the climate and type of trees, they are generally grouped into 1. Tropical rainforests. 2. Temperate deciduous forests. 3. Boreal or North coniferous forests. 1. Tropical rainforest. Distribution. These are found in the high rainfall areas on either side of the equator. Such forests are found in the western coast of India, scattered in Southeast Asia, some parts of Africa and South America. Flora and fauna. Tropical rainforests occur in areas by having high temperature and high humidity and receives above 200 centimeters of rainfall per year. Soil is rich in humus. These forests have a very rich biodiversity. For example, Brazilian tropical rainforests have more than 300 species of trees in an area of 200 square kilometers. Trees are tall, growing up to 50 to 60 meters. These forests also support epiphytes, like vines, creepers, woody creepers and orchid, etc. These forests are rich in tree-dwelling animals such as monkeys, flying squirrels, snails, centipedes, millipedes, and many insect species are common on the forest floor. 2. Temperate deciduous forests. Distribution. They occur mostly in Northwest, Central and Eastern Europe, Eastern North America, North China, Korea, Japan, Far Eastern Russia and Australia. Trees of deciduous forests shed their leaves in autumn and a new foliage grows in spring. Climate. These forests occur in the areas of moderate climatic conditions such as temperature ranging but 10 to 20 degrees Celsius with a 6-month-long winter, and an annual rainfall between 75 to 150 centimeters. They have its brown soils which are rich in nutrients. Flora and fauna. Common trees are oak, beech, heath, chestnut, birch, pine. These forests also show stratification and have a understory of saplings, shrubs and tall herbs. Prominent grazers include deer, bison and rodents. Rodents play a very important role in these forests. They feed on seeds, fruits and tree leaves. Black bear, raccoons, wildcat, wolves, fox and skunks are the omnivores found in these forests. Hibernation or winter sleep during winter is a common feature of animals found in these forests. Invertebrate fauna comprises green flies, aphids, certain moths and butterflies. 3. North coniferous forests. Distribution. Coniferous forests are also known as taiga. They extend as a continuous belt across North America and North Eurasia below the Arctic tundra. There is no counterpart of these forests in southern hemisphere as there is no land at this latitude. Climate is cold with long, harsh winter, with mean annual temperature below 0 degrees C. The soils are acidic and poor in nutrients. Flora and fauna. Coniferous forests are characterized by evergreen, drought-resistant and woody conifers, gymnosperms, for example spruce, fir and pine trees which bear naked seeds in cones. The animals found in these forests are red squirrel, deer, goat, mule, moose etc. The carnivores which feed upon them are timber wolves, lynxes, bear. Some common birds are crossbill, thrushes, warblers, flycatchers, robin and sparrow. B. Grasslands. Distribution. Grasslands are areas dominated by grasses. They occupy about 20% of the land on the Earth's surface. Grasslands occur in both in tropical and temperate regions where rainfall is not enough to support the growth of trees. Grasslands are known by various names in different parts of the world. Flora and fauna. Grasses are the dominating plants with scattered drought-resistant thorny trees in the tropical grasslands. Badgers, fox, ass, zebra, antelope are found grazing on grasslands support the dairy and leather industries. Grasslands also support large population of rodents, reptiles and insects. Place name of the grassland. North America. Prairies. Eurasia, Europe and Asia. Steppes. Africa. Savanna. South America. Pampas. India grassland. Savanna. C. Deserts. Distribution. Deserts are hot and low rain areas suffering from water shortage and high wind velocity. They show extremes of temperature. Globally, deserts occupy about 1/70th of the Earth's surface. Flora and fauna. Cacti, acacia, euphorbia and prickly pears are some of the common desert plants. Desert animals include shrew, fox, wood rats, rabbits, camels and goat are common mammals in desert. Other prominent desert animals are reptiles and burrowing rodents, insects. Adaptations. Desert plants are hot and dry conditions. 1. These plants conserve water by following methods. They are mostly shrubs. Leaves absent or reduced in size. Leaves and stem are succulent and water-storing. In some plants even the stem contains chlorophyll for photosynthesis. Root system well developed, spread over large area. 2. The animals are physiologically and behaviorally adapted to desert conditions. They are fast runners. They are nocturnal in habit to avoid the sun's heat during daytime. They conserve water by excreting concentrated urine. Animals and birds usually have long legs to keep the body away from the hot ground. Lizards are mostly insectivorous and can live without drinking water for several days. Herbivorous animals get sufficient water from the seeds which they eat. D. Tundra. The word tundra means barren land since they are found in those regions of the world where environmental conditions are very severe. There are two types of tundra, Arctic and alpine. Distribution. Arctic tundra extends as a continuous belt below the polar ice cap and above the tree line in the northern hemisphere. It occupies the northern fringe of Canada, Alaska, European Russia, Siberia and island group of Arctic Ocean. On the South Pole, Antarctic tundra in the South Pole is very small since most of it is covered by ocean. Alpine tundra occurs at high mountains above the tree line. Since mountains are found at all latitudes, therefore alpine tundra shows day and night temperature variations. Flora and fauna. Typical vegetation of Arctic tundra is cotton grass, sedges, dwarf heath, willows, birches and lichens. Animals of tundra are reindeer, muskox, Arctic hare, caribous, lemmings and squirrel. Aquatic ecosystems. Aquatic ecosystems refers to plant and animal communities occurring in water bodies. Aquatic ecosystems are classified on the basis of salinity into following two types: freshwater, marine. 1. Freshwater ecosystem. Water on land which is continuously cycling and has low salt content is known as freshwater, and its study is called limnology. Static or still water, lentic. For example, pond, lake, bogs and swamps. Running water, lotic. For example, springs, mountain brooks, streams and rivers. Physical characteristics. Fresh waters have a low concentration of dissolved salts. The temperature shows diurnal and seasonal variations. In tropical lakes, surface temperature never goes below 400 C. In temperate fresh waters, never goes above or below 40 degrees Celsius, and in polar lakes never above 40 degrees Celsius. In temperate regions, the surface layer of water freezes but the organisms survive below the frozen surface. Light has a great influence on freshwater ecosystems. A large number of suspended materials obstruct penetration of light in water. Certain animals float up to water surface to take up oxygen for respiration. Aquatic plants use carbon dioxide dissolved in water for photosynthesis. Lakes and ponds are inland depressions containing standing water. The largest lake in the world is Lake Superior in North America. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the deepest. Chilka Lake of Orissa is largest lake in India. Three main zones can be differentiated in a lake: peripheral zone, littoral zone, with shallow water; open water beyond the littoral zone where water is quite deep; benthic zone, bottom, or the floor of the lake. Aquatic organisms can be floating in water or free swimming or sedentary, fixed, depending on their size and habit. Microscopic floating organisms such as algae, diatoms, protozoans and larval forms are called plankton. Rooted aquatic plants, fish, mollusks and echinoderms are bottom dwellers. Wetlands are areas that periodically get inundated with water and support a flourishing community of aquatic organisms, including frog and other amphibians. Swamps, marshes, and mangroves are examples of wetlands. 2. Marine ecosystem. Pertains to the seas and oceans, including marine organisms. Distribution. Marine ecosystem covers nearly 71% of the Earth's surface with an average depth of about 4,000 meters. Freshwater rivers eventually empty into ocean. Different kinds of organisms live at different depths of the sea or ocean. Salinity of open sea is 3.6% and is quite constant. The range of temperature variation is much less in the sea than on the land. Hydrostatic pressure due to water column increases with depth in oceans. It is 1 atmosphere near the surface and 1000 atmospheres at greatest depth. Flora and fauna. Biodiversity of the marine ecosystems is very high as compared to terrestrial ecosystems. Almost every major group of animals occurs in the sea. Insects and vascular plant are completely absent in marine ecosystem. Maximum diversity of marine organisms is found in the tidal zone that is near the shore. Diatoms, algae, dinoflagellates and jellyfishes are some of the free-floating life forms in oceans. Large crustaceans, mollusks, turtles and mammals like seals, porpoises, dolphins and whales are free-swimming animals that can navigate. Bottom dwellers are generally sessile, fixed organisms like sponges, corals, crabs and starfish. Adaptations. Lightweight animals and plants float in water and move with the water currents. Animals and plants in ocean are tolerant to high concentration of salts. Osmorgulation. Osmorgulation is the process by which a constant osmotic pressure is maintained in blood. Swimming animals have streamlined body. Their body is laterally compressed. Deep sea forms show bioluminescence. They emit light. They are dependent for their food on the upper sea zones.